All right, Jamie Alexander here for Send a Package. I'm here with CEO and President of In Arm's Reach, Terrence Stevens. How are you, Terrence?
Yes, sir. How are you? Great. Thanks for having us.
Yes, of course. Welcome back. We're always working together.
I'm so excited. It's always a pleasure, to put on these kind of events. You guys have been very supportive with respect to the movement that we had, and it's just a beautiful thing to come down here and experience what we experienced. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those... sorry, but for those who don't know, tell me how In Arm's Reach started for you and what was the inspiration behind that?
Well, initially, unfortunately, I was sentenced to 15 to life as a first-time low-level nonviolent offender under the harsh Rockefeller drug laws at the time. And, we put together a think tank, and we realized that there was a large segment of children out in society that was being misrepresented, with respect to them having an incarcerated parent and the stigma that they was facing. And so, we decided to start a movement and, assist these type of children, with making tomorrow a little bit better, making their future a little bit better. So it's been a great pleasure.
Okay, yeah. So you said 15 to life is what you were facing. How do you think that Send a Package would have been beneficial, while you were unfortunately behind bars?
Absolutely. When throughout the incarceration, and throughout the state of New York, the catalogs that they have doesn't really reach the level that Send a Package come in on, particularly the music. As you know, for example, the tape I have right here, the cassette tapes, they non-existent. It totally was depleted from the prison system. And the fact that Send a Package, was successful with inking a deal with Universal, is just bringing a whole lot more music to the prison population, because, them guys, they're going through all type of emotional, stress, not being home with their families and stuff, and they be able to listen to Jada Kiss and Jay-Z and, kind of keep their music current. It's just a beautiful thing, man. Big shout out to Send a Package, absolutely, yeah.
Yes, thank you. So in talking about that, tell me what some of your thoughts on mass incarceration in our community are. What are your thoughts about the whole situation?
Particularly when, we was involved largely with the Rockefeller drug law movement, and during that era there was a lot of low-level mules, being sentenced to harsh prison sentences, such as 15 years to life for first-time low-level nonviolent offenders, when you have people out here that was committing much harsher crimes like rape and murder, and was copping out and getting less time, And so we was very successful with getting, Russell Simmons involved and different people involved with the movement, and we was able to, put pressure on, the legislators, and, there was change, so that was a beautiful thing. And, what we realized was that the prison was basically an extension of the community, A lot of people that wasn't in the community you was actually bumping into while you was up north, and there was 7 particular communities, boroughs that would seem to be targeted, by these low-level drug charges, and a lot of it, people in the urban community, there was more drugs being sold on Wall Street, but, Wall Street had money to get adequate representation, unlike people in the neighborhoods where we come from, who was lacking finances and, was represented by legal aids or whatever, and just basically railroaded, and so, thank God that, we was able to soften the laws up to some extent, and, a lot of these people that were home on these drug offenses, these nonviolent offenses, are now being returned to their communities. So that's a great thing.
Good. Now I see. What do you think the benefits of Send a Package are for the families that aren't in prison? Because I know that life has got to be hard, just as it is to be locked up on the outside as well. So how do you see that benefit?
Yeah, when Send a Package came out with their movement, there was an enormous response, to the type of products that they was receiving, and it also helps the families because it presents the hardship of carrying those 35-pound bags, up to the prison system. A lot of the individuals that's locked up, they have support on the outside, and some of the support are senior citizens, and they have to log these heavy boxes and stuff up to various prisons. So it was a great thing that Send a Package came out, where you have the conveniency, to order these packages and to feed your family and your loved ones, by a flick of a finger, through the digital age. So it was just a brilliant concept, and we worked very hard, with getting it financed and getting it off the ground, So this was a beautiful thing.
Nice. So I know you have a lot of programs and initiatives that you do for the children. What's some of the biggest benefits that you've seen from that? Maybe like a kid going from A to Z in your program, or?
Yeah. Well, one of the biggest accomplishments that we noticed was that a lot of kids in the program, as a result of the program, was staying out of trouble with law. They had, less involvement with the criminal or the adult justice system. Being that their fathers were incarcerated, we connect them with positive role models and things of that nature. We also have a college prep program. We provide counseling. A few years ago, we honored rapper Fat Joe, and he donated a limousine to the organization. So we are actually now limousine riding kids up to various correctional facilities throughout the state. And so it's been a great movement. And if there are any kids out there who's been impacted by parental incarceration, definitely shout, Send a Package out or In Arms Reach out. We have a very unique partnership, and it's just been a pleasure, working with you guys.
Yeah, so it's been a pleasure working with you too. So with that being said, let's tell everyone where we can find you online and how we can get in touch if people know children that might want to be a part of your program.
Absolutely, man. You can hit us up at inarmsreach.net. On the internet, and I think we have a Facebook page as well. And you can always, connect us through In Arms Reach. Our office number is 212-650-5894. And we have another staff person to speak with you guys. And again, thanks so much for having us, for supporting the children and the families. And it's always a pleasure. And you look great as usual.
All right, thank you so much, and it's great seeing you again, and now we're going to go inside and have some fun.
All right. Take care. All right, bye-bye.
Send a package.